is my mom. My mom is not here today, but my mom raised me up as a single mom. And she always cared for me so much. She always believed in me, and she always was worried about me and wanted me to always be safe till today, right? The moms never stop caring about us. So I want to take a moment just to acknowledge my mom, because I could not be the woman that I am today if it wasn't for my beautiful, incredible mom. Thank you, Mom. So appreciate you and what you bring to the table. Thank you. So I'm going to start by also thanking our vendors. So we have IE Kawa, the amazing cacao. Did you guys taste the cacao out there? Yeah. Amazing, right? It's amazing. I love it. So thank you for being here. We have Hippocrates Health Institute that's here. So thank you, Hippocrates. We have LOD. She has beautiful products there, skincare products and all kinds of things. Thank you, LOD, for being here. And we also have Amari, Mental Wellness Company. It's all about the brain-gut connection. So they're here as well. So thank you so much. Let's see if the slideshow is working. I guess not yet. Okay, but it's okay. We just keep working with it. So I thought I had a speech prepared, but I was thinking I really want to share something else with you tonight. Aren't you interested in how the World Healing Tour came about? Yes. I thought that's more important than what I had ready for my speech. So this is how it happened. I always like my Friday night candles. And I say a prayer. I say a prayer over the candles. I cover my eyes. I take a moment to just thank God for all the miracles in my life. I thank Him for my family, for my friends, for the people that I love. I ask Him to keep spreading His love and light on all of us, on the poor, on the people that need support. And then I ask Him one more thing. I ask Him, God, can you please use me? Use me to do something great in the world. Make me a leader. Help me get out there and make a difference for others. And I always ask that. And I'm also a very good listener. Because of my really good listening, one Friday night, when I was lighting my Shabbat candles and praying to God, I went upstairs to my room. I remember myself just standing by the treadmill. And all of a sudden, you guys, I heard a voice speaking to me, just like that. And it said, you're going to create a world healing tour. And I was like, what? Me? And then I heard it again. You're going to create a world healing tour. Wow. That scared me so much. But I was given an assignment at that time. It was 2017. So I said, you know what, Noah? You don't know what to do. How can you create a world healing tour? But let's put it as a possibility, okay? And it's going to happen. I don't know when, but it's going to happen. I'm going to find the right people, the right support system, and it's going to happen. And I kept going through my life. And because I'm such a good listener, I also heard God's voice speak to me about another thing that I was able to channel and bring to life. One day, I was sitting there just doodling and drawing, and I started drawing an image. And I really liked that image, so I kept drawing it. I drew it once, I drew it twice, I drew it 3 times. And then I drew it again, and I drew it again, and I drew it again. And I never stopped drawing it. it was an image of a G. G stands for God. The image has a heart in the middle. The heart is to remind you to be connected to your heart, the heart center, the place of flow, the place of receiving, the place of giving. So the heart is in the middle of the G. It's a 3G design that, again, God channeled through me. And I think the reason he channels things through me or he speaks to me is because I've always been a very good listener. I love when people contribute to me. As people come into my life and share a message with me, my whole journey, you guys, has been because of you guys or the messengers that came in and shared just one little message with me. It changed the whole direction of my life. And so I loved that image. I felt so grounded and so happy drawing this image and connected to it. So I decided to create a piece of jewelry from that image. And I called it the 3G Effect Mindset Jewelry Collection. So let me explain how the jewelry looks like. This is right here on the screen if you guys can see. The first G has a heart connected to it. And it reminds you to be grateful every day, to have a grateful heart. The reason I love gratitude so much is because gratitude brings us to the present moment, right? It lets us be grateful for what is right now, for what is working in our lives, and focusing on that. Focusing on an abundant mindset. What else I love about gratitude more than anything is that gratitude has a beautiful flow to it. Think about it. Gratitude, right? It flows, right? When you're fighting, when you're resisting, when you're angry, when you're, mad, whatever it is, you're hitting walls, right? But when you are grateful, you are moving forward in your life. You are feeling good. You are no longer stuck. So that became the first G in the jewelry collection for the 3G effect. And then the second G that comes out of the big G, so it's connected also to the heart, and it comes out of the big G. It's grounded in love and compassion. Who wants more love and compassion in this world? Yes, we all do, right? So we have to give it, right? First, we have to love ourselves and have compassion for ourselves, because we all go through different challenges. So are you giving yourself grace? Are you giving yourself compassion every day? And then, once you find that place of connection and love within yourself, it's time to share it out into the world, right? Send it to everybody else. Whatever we put out, whatever you put out, will come back to you tenfold, because it always does. I always say, the world is round, and energy moves in the round circle. So whatever you put out will come back to you. So later today, or later tonight, not right now, send somebody you love a heart emoji, just a heart. I send hearts all day long. I think my life has so much love in it is because I give it all the time. I consciously send heart emojis all day long, all day long. I love that so much because I realize I get to have more of it. So just keep sharing the love. And then the whole G, wow. As you know, the image came from God. But at first, when I first created the 3G Effect Mindset Jewelry Collection, I didn't want to say God because I was afraid. So I wasn't really being true with myself. I was afraid what other people are going to think if I say that the whole G stands for being guided by God. So I called it growing and transforming, And then I realized, no, Noah, this is not right. You're not being truthful. This is guided by God. You got to stay. God gave you this gift. You got to be true to who gave this to you. So I changed it. I literally changed everything in it. And now it's authentically the truth of where it came from. Guided by God. You guys, we are guided by God every day. We are supported. We are loved by Him. So to believe that and to have Him with your heart, we're not alone, right? So be grateful for who you are every day, for who you're becoming, and for who you will be. And it's those challenges in our lives that help us grow. I love my jewelry. I put it on every morning. I connect to the energy of the 3G effect mindset. And I create to the flow of the heart, the flow of that heart between your receiving ears and open heart, that connection that you have. And I think that's where I live, and where is such a great place to live, between your ears and your heart. That has completely transformed my life. And you guys, today is the day that God asked me to create the World Healing Tour, that it's actually launching in the world. It's amazing. And you guys, and I could not do this without all of you. I really couldn't. So I just want to thank you. I want to thank each one of you for being here, for supporting me on this journey, because the World Healing Tour is not about me. It's about the world. It's about us. It's about us light workers. People want to make a difference. It's about the legacy we get to leave for our children, and for their children, and for their children, and for their children. We get to leave this world a better place. And if you believe in reincarnation, ooh, right? We might be back here again, right? All together again. And we're doing this for ourselves. We really are. So that's what's so beautiful about energy. Whatever we really think we're doing something for somebody else, we are doing it for us. So when you get a chance later, take a look at my jewelry, see the message. I'm so excited to share it with the world. I hope you connect to the 3G effect mindset. And I get such good feedback from people that wear the jewelry, how it's changed their life and made them feel so good. So it makes me feel good, like I'm putting the right kind of energy into the world. And I want to thank you all for being here tonight from the bottom of my heart. All right, I created a course that I'm not selling today. I just want to tell you about it. It's called Unleash Your Power, and it's how to get unstuck in your life. So I just want to tell you to look out for it, because I am going to be coming out and sharing more and living more my purpose, because that's what it's all about, right? Living our purpose, right? And leaving a legacy. I want to bring to the stage Eric Stoller from Championship Mindset Events. Welcome, Eric.
Let's give it up for Noah. Hi, everybody. My name's Eric Stoller. I run a company called Champion Mindset. We have been in the personal development space, I don't know, probably 30 years. I accidentally came into this career, and it's been a journey. Brian Tracy says success is a journey, it's not a destination. So I've had the opportunity to work over my career with people like Brian, Les Brown, Jim Rohn, Omar Periu, who's sitting here. I just got the chance to meet Forbes Riley, and I'm excited to hear her talk tonight. And tonight is really about you. See, you're here for a reason. Would you agree? Yeah. You put your hands up. You're here, one, to support Noah and her vision, but every one of you have something that you're here to figure out. Like, what is it that's going to take me to that proverbial next level? And is there really a next level, right? It's about change and being willing to what? Adapt to that change. So part of what my objective here today is really just to, kind of just welcome all of you. And in a few minutes, you're going to hear from my good friend, Omar Periu. Some of you may know, an amazing speaker. But I want to let you know that, what over the years and the people that I've worked with in this space, the one thing that they do is they understand they got to give back. And as the great Zig Ziglar said, you got to help enough people get what they want out of life to get what you want out of life. And I find so many people, we're chasing money and we're chasing success and we're chasing, Yo, stop chasing, man. You don't need to chase anything. You're already in the room. That's what people don't realize. You're in the room already. You have a room of like-minded people. Please either put this in your mindset or write it down. Collaborative, achievement-driven relationships. You can't do it alone. Would you agree? And so everybody in this room has a talent, has a specialty, has an expertise we're seeing here tonight, right? Forbes is going to talk to you about pitching pitching. We're doing it all day, every day to get what we want. Omar is going to talk a little bit about zero to wealth, right? I mean, he has an amazing story, and I'll kind of give a little up to his bio, but he started from nothing, and he came from a foreign country that went communist, okay? And became a millionaire at an age that you wouldn't believe. I only share this with you because he got around who? The right people. So you got to get around the right mentors. You need the right coaches. You need people that elevate you, that bring you up when you're down. I don't care what level you are in your career. I've had the opportunity to work, like I said, with Les, with Brian Tracy, the great coach Nick Bollettieri, who just recently passed. And we're actually, if you want to mark this in your calendar, you could talk to my team, but March 23rd, we're going to be at the Miami Open. And we had an event planned March 21st with Coach Nick 2019. We created coursework with him. He spoke for us all over the country. And if you knew him, he's the winningest coach in the history of tennis. So we're going to honor him on March 23rd, but you also can go to the Tennis Open, the Miami Open down in Miami. So I share that with you because our company has been putting on amazing events over the years. Different types of events, whether it's a hotel event, whether it's at a stadium, whether it's combining with the Miami Open or with the NFL. Because here's what I want you to realize. Your creativity is your greatest gift that you have. And as my good friend Les Brown will say, many people's dreams die where? In the cemetery, because they never got to launch their dreams. So I had a chance to speak to some of you saying, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing next. What is that next thing? Sometimes I want you to make a note. Be silent and quiet for a minute until you figure out what that is. You sometimes can't get it because you're not sure. But here's what I am sure of. You're in a room tonight with people that have achieved high levels of success. I mean, super high levels of success. Things that people just only dream about. Forbes Riley told me some things I didn't know about her. I only know from what I saw that she revealed some things that were like, wow. So you all have a story to tell. You all have genius within you and greatness. And what I want you to think about tonight, how are you bringing that to this room? How are you going to help people in this room to get better at what they're doing so they can help you? Hey, before I go off, I also want to introduce my business partner, Dr. Jeff Drasel. If you ever meet Jeff, he's with Innovative Medical Wellness. It'll be my only plug. We have a longevity medical wellness clinic in North Miami Beach. We have a sports recovery center, and we have a full podcast, media lab, green screen room. So if anybody needs podcasting, video, the guys you see are here are full-time on our staff. Gary, who is running around, our creative director. We're here to help serve you with those needs. And again, this is not the time for that conversation, but I just want to let you know about who we are, and we're here to serve you in this amazing community in South Florida. So with that being said, do you want me to introduce our next speaker? Well, the next speaker I'm going to introduce is like my older brother. I've been at his wedding, he was to my wedding. We've been friends for so long. We met at an event that the person I was working for was promoting Ken Blanchard and Coach Don Shula. It was many, many years ago, and we've been friends ever since. Omar Periu is a very accomplished speaker. He's one of the top platform speakers in the world. He's sold millions of dollars from the stage, but he came from humble beginnings. He came from Cuba. And at a young age, he came here, and he used his skills in his health and fitness career to propel himself to become a multi-millionaire at the age of 31. Now, I'm just sharing this with you, not to impress you, but just to impress upon you when you get around the right people and that people have already done it. Sometimes it's time to listen to what they have to say. So please, put your hands together. Let's give a warm welcome for my good friend, Mr. Omar Periu. Hey, guys.
Good evening. Good evening. How's business? All right, for those of you that have never seen me before, I begin all my talks with the word unbelievable because when I started in business, I wasn't doing so hot. And people would come up to me and go, how are you doing? I said, well, I'm just getting started. How are you doing? Well, do you really want to know? How are you doing? Well, I'm not doing so hot. So I sat down with my mentors, Tom Hopkins and Zig Ziglar, and I sat down and I said, you know, when people ask me how I'm doing, I don't know what to say, and they don't want to do business with me because I'm not successful. So Tom Hopkins says, from now on, use the word unbelievable because it covers it either way. So from now on, when somebody asks you, how's business, I want you with enthusiasm to say, unbelievable. How's business? Unbelievable. How's your children? How's your job? See? Well, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited because I love working with winners. So repeat after me. I am a winner. And I believe in me. You got to believe in yourself to be an entrepreneur, yes or no? Yes. And you got to have something in common with your audience, yes or no? Yes. So let's see if we have something in common. By a show of hands, how many in this room have had too much month at the end of your money? Right? How many in this room have had a day you want to drive by the office instead of drive in? Yes? How many of you in this room have had a job before that you hated so much you used to fake going to the bathroom? Right? Well, that's how I got here. I'm just going to take a few minutes to talk about myself, if you don't mind. I was born in a foreign country. I was born in Cuba. And at the age of 7.5, my father felt communism would cripple the Cuban economy. So my mother escaped first. We went to the Bayside there. It's called Bayside now. It's really the Freedom Tower. And they were sponsoring Cuban families around the country. We were sponsored to Joliet, Illinois. Listen to this. No money, no credit, no friends, no warm clothes. We don't speak English, and we've never felt cold air. Cubans in Chicago, no. We're tropical people, right? We're Cubans. But anyway, there were some nice people there, but we were the only Hispanic family in the community. Some people didn't like having us. But make a long story short, I did well in music. My mother has a beautiful soprano voice, and I did well in track, and I held the AU record for bench press, 400 pounds. So I was doing pretty good, right? My father, not speaking English, had accumulated 3 gas stations on auto parts and a block worth of real estate. Not bad, huh? Wow. America, very, very good to me, right? But he lost it all. He never knew how to keep it. My father knew how to accumulate things but not keep them. Any of you know anybody like that? Right? So I dedicated my life that I would help other people because my dad said if he would have had me, he wouldn't have lost everything 3 times. So I've dedicated myself to creating systems, materials that can help others. Long story short, I go to school and my father loses everything. I get a job. Any of you from the Chicago area? Chicago area? Okay, you know Vulcan Materials, the big quarry? That's where I worked. It's my job to keep those pulleys clean and greased. That's the job, son. I wore a helmet, hat, pads, hearing apparatus, breathing apparatus. Not a great place for a lyric tenor to be, right? Singing, right? Choking on stone dust. So I decided to save up my money and go out to California and be discovered. On the way out there, I had an old GTO. And I'm in Denver, Colorado, big snowstorm. And I felt a jolt, and I stopped for gas. I go, something looks different on this car. Well, I lost my U-Haul. It went down like 1,500 feet, right? So when I get to LA, I paid cash for the deposit. They took my deposit. So I look up, it says $51 a week. I'm like, that's for me. So I got this beautiful apartment, 200 square feet, easy to get around, right? With the Murphy bed. Anyway, I had to get a job. So I knew how to build tone from the body. So I got a job as a personal trainer. So remember Magnum PI? I was his personal trainer. Magic Johnson, I was his personal trainer. Abdul Jabbar, Jerry West. I had some amazing people. So Gomer Pyle, remember him? I had him too. So he never showed up that much. So he was a great guy though. Wonderful man, a great voice. And but I got lucky because I was sitting in this 200 square foot apartment. I had so much success in track, weightlifting, and in music. And I was sitting there and I'm wondering, what happened to that little boy with so much promise? I was just, when you start spiraling down? And I thought to myself, what happened to me? I'm depressed. I can hardly pay my bills. I parked my car 2 blocks away so the collectors can't find it. And I got loans for school that I didn't finish. And what happened? So I prayed so hard that day, and I went to work. I walked to work. My car broke down. And I was, for those of you in sales, I was prospecting looking out the window, right? And a man pulls up in a black 6.9 Mercedes. I'm a mechanic's son. I love cars. And I thought to myself, wow, if I could be like him, I would do anything to be like this guy. He walked in, tall, handsome, had a big diamond thing in the center that said, Champions Unlimited. So I walked up to this guy, and the other owner, I go, who is that? He says, that's our investor, Tom Murphy. Well, I know you don't know the name Tom Murphy, but he managed people like Dennis Waitley, Jay Abraham, Tom Hopkins, Dr. Maxwell Maltz, just to name a few. Best friends with Jim Rome, Bob Proctor, Brian Tracy, Zig Ziglar, all these wonderful people. So he said, son, I just got divorced. I want to get in shape. I hear you're the best. I said, I am. He said, how are you doing? Well, I said, I just started in sales. Well, what's your average income? I said, $147 a month. He goes, there's room for improvement. It's the first time I laughed in months, right? This guy changed my life. He was a mentor. He was amazing. And I still talk to him. He's 88 years young. I talk to him every 2 weeks. And this guy took me from zero to wealth. And that's what I'm going to talk to you about. Now, some people are uncomfortable talking about becoming wealthy, but I like being wealthy. I really do. Money won't make you happy, but as Zig Ziglar says, money will let you find out what will make you happy. Right? Right? It's good, it's green, and it goes with everything. So money's good. So let's get into it. Is this thing working now? Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay, so the first thing, I got to meet a lot of you. Wonderful. I love what you guys are doing. And let's give it up for Noah, yes? Yes? By the way, I love this country. I'm a patriot. I mean, there's no one in Key West right now trying to build a raft going, if I could just get to Cuba, right? Could we please give a round of applause to all our veterans in the room? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So anyway, the first thing you got to do is you got to be fired up. People don't buy from dead people, right? So, a lot of you are selling great things. I talked to a lot of you that can really make a difference in people's lives. But if you're not fired up, they're not going to buy from you. So the first thing you need to do is get fired up. So how many of you are fired up? Say, I'm fired up. I'm fired up. I'm fired up. I'm fired up. Yeah, people don't buy from dead people. Now, next. Let's see. You got to be ready to become more successful. How many of you are ready? Say yes. Yes. You got to be ready. Also, you got to be ready to get started. How many of you are saying 2023 is my year? Yes? Yes. Say it. 2023 is my year. 2023 is my year. That's right. So we got to make it happen. This is your pivotal point. Tonight could change your life. Maybe I could touch a few of you to say, you know what? I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I've had enough. That's the first key to change, is saying, I've had it. Say it. I've had it. I've had it. I want more. You got to want more. Wanting more is the first key to success. Got to want more. Most people don't even know what they want. So how do they get what they want? They don't even know how to order food. How can they get what they want? They don't know how they're going to order life, right? So our world is changing, yes or no? Yes. So my goal is that all of you, could I borrow the books and the water up here on this table? Thanks. So there's a new economy, yes or no? Yes. Yeah, this thing's kind of nuts on me. Thank you, yeah. And the other one too, the folder. And you got to be ready for it. I want you to get ready. Here's what I'm going to ask you guys to do. Streamline everything you're doing. Streamline it. Meaning, get rid of the clutter. Get rid of the clutter, right? Get rid of the clutter in your mind. Get rid of the clutter in your closet. Get rid of the clutter in your food, right? Because it takes energy to be successful, right? So get rid of the clutter. Number 2, get ready for opportunities. People make money in downtimes, and we are going into a downtime. But we don't think like that because we're motivational speakers. So we're gonna make something good out of it, right? So let's get into it. So are you guys gonna ride the wave with me? Yeah. Or are you gonna get washed up? No, we don't want that. Ride the wave. So here's what I'm gonna teach you today, real quick. Self-mastery. Self-mastery. The 6 inches between your ears. That's what matters. That's the steering wheel of your body. Right? So you must get that right. The 6 inches between your ears. It's very important that you do that. So I've realized as a young man that self-esteem and self-image is the most important thing you can teach a man or a woman. Right? Because if you have self-esteem and a powerful self-esteem and a powerful self-image, you're going to be confident. And the only time you stop working towards your goal is when you lose confidence and you become immobilized. So my goal is for all of you to work on your self-mastery. And that's continuous and never-ending improvement. Got to become better every day. My mentor, Brian Tracy, said, son, your job is to become better every day. Become better every day. Become better every day. Become better every day. Every day, become better. And that's what I did. Everything I did. He says, son, you're going to take the dry cleaning better every day. So I'm like, how do I do that? He said, I don't know, figure it out. So it's fun. Next, got to find the right vehicle. I tell my kids the same thing. You know, my daughter just graduated. I said, honey, you know, Dad gave you a billionaire's life. Now, if you want to have a billionaire's life, find something that will give you a billionaire's life, the right vehicle, right? Got to find the right vehicle. Now, a teacher changed my life. Mrs. Martis, 4th grade, heard me singing in the choir, said, come here, kid. Couldn't speak English. She says, come here in the front. Let me hear that voice. She goes, you're a little Stevie Wonder. I go, what? She says, I love Stevie Wonder. So she says, get in front. She put me in the choir, started singing in church. And she changed my life. But Mrs. Martis didn't get to live the life I did or have, and my kids. So you've got to find first something you love, right? I'm on the board of governors at Nova Southeast University, Wayne Huizinga School of Entrepreneurs. I knew Wayne very well. And he said, Omar, the one thing I found in my life, and he was very successful, is he found something he loved. He loved what he did. So it's very important that you find something you love, you find the right vehicle, and make sure it supports the lifestyle you want, right? Next. Here we go. Got to have the tools. That's where I come in. I know the tools. I have systems. I'm all over the place. 26 best-selling books. 26. A kid that, when I got a C in school, my mother would pull out the sherry. I was always like, I have 26 best-selling books. Without a degree. Right? Yeah. I have 44 videos and audios on iTunes, Audible, Teachable, Ucore, CD Baby. I'm all over. I get checks sleeping. And all of you can too. How many want to be a speaker or a mentor? Yeah. Why not? Why not? If I can do it, anybody can do it. Look, my stuff works for me, works for my student. I know it'll work for you. So let's get into it. The next thing is you got to get off your rusty dusty. My mentor says, he said, Omar, most entrepreneurs have this disease. I said, what is this? It's called ascites. They've been sitting on those things so long. You know, You got to take action. I take massive and immediate action. If I want something, I'm obsessed. I go for it, and I get it. You know, I get to live my goal 3 times. Once I set it, once I work towards it, and once I end up getting it. 3 times the fun, right? So, got to take action. Today, not tomorrow. There's no mañana, right? Someday I'll, maybe I'll, mañana I'll. Doesn't work. You know, most of us are living our lives by default. We're working for other people's goals. That's called living your life by default. Don't do that. Don't do that. Take action and live your own life. You know, it's not a dress rehearsal. So the first thing is you got to be committed. How many of you are committed to success 2023? Got to be totally committed. Got to tell yourself, I am committed. Right? Say it. I am committed. You got to be committed, right? Whatever your goals are for 2023, you have to be obsessed, you got to be committed, and you got to keep fine-tuning it. Nothing goes the way you think. Nothing, right? So, here's some characteristics of multimillionaires. I've written many books, this is one of them, on becoming successful. Now, multimillionaire, let's get me first. I am not just about money. I have 4 top goals. Number 1 is spirituality, right? Without that, you have nothing. Number 2, health. I'm a health fanatic. To get rich and sick is stupid. I know a lot of billionaires that are sitting on their 300-foot yachts that I go on them, and they're sitting, I hate to say it, then they can't move. And they have all these beautiful people around them, and they can't enjoy it because only they focused on the money only, not their health. Number 3, got to be happy most of the time. Got to be happy. Nobody's happy all the time. Nobody. And number 4, you got to have money. I'm sorry. Money's good. I like being rich. I do. You know why? If you don't have money, look, I put my kids through Pinecrest. Best school, I think, in Florida for undergrad, and I mean, whatever they call it. And then I send my kids, my daughter went to UM, and my son's at UF right now, right? So, you know, you need money to have lifestyle. Second, most people send their kids to camp every summer, yes? Nothing wrong with that, but I created Camp Omar. So every summer, June 3rd, when they got out of Pinecrest, I had a villa, a house in California on the ocean, and I would get up every morning and go walk and look at the fish and the coral and the sea, you know, just hang out with them. That's quality, right? So that's what I did, and that's what you do with money, right? So here we go. So the first, multimillionaires are purpose-oriented, and they operate themselves like a business. If you're an entrepreneur in this room, and you are not making money after the 6th month, there's something wrong with your plan. You got to change your plan. So that's where I come in. I know how to change your plan. That's why I help people, okay? I mentor. I have 10 people I'm mentoring right now. Some are startups, some are super wealthy. It doesn't matter. It's the same techniques. Everybody wants to upskill wherever you are. It doesn't matter, okay? Next, multimillionaires grow to greatness by becoming mentally tough. It's tough to be an entrepreneur. You get your ass kicked every day. Every day. You do. And somebody says something, and we're entrepreneurs, we're sensitive. And that takes you half a day to get through that, right? That's why we're healing the world. You know? Right? So we got to be careful with that. Got to be mentally tough. And of course, multimillionaires condition themselves for success by continuous and never-ending improvement. So what I want you to think about is, I know I'm going pretty quick. My whole thing is, if you don't have a purpose, you don't have a why, you cannot be successful. What's your why? Noah has her why, right? She's passionate about what she does. You know, I can be honest with you right now, direct with you. I can be direct with you. Noah came to me and spoke to me. Noah, I was telling him how passionate you are about what you do. And she says, oh, I want you to speak at my event. And I said, well, I get $15,000 a speech. She goes, well, I don't have that. I said, well, so we sat at Starbucks for what, 30 minutes? And I said, you know what? I'll speak for free. How's that? Right, Noah? Yeah? So here I am, just because of who she is. She's a wonderful, lovely, caring woman. Yeah? Give her a big hand. So, and here's something that I learned from my mentor. He said, work to learn, don't work for money. He says, if you work to learn, you will always be wealthy in all areas of your life. He said, your goal is to teach others to become a bigger container. See, God won't give you more than you can handle. If you are a small container, you can only handle small amounts of money and success. And I mean the four that I talked about: spiritual, health, happiness, and money. Not just money, okay? If you're a big container, you can handle more. So your goal is to become a bigger container. So my goal is to make you a bigger container, right? That's my goal. And a purpose. Next, you'll love this part. You need multiple streams of income. Multiple streams of income. Multiple streams of income is not a job. Multiple streams of income is not another job. Multiple streams of income is money while you sleep. That's what I have. I have 7 sources of income, money while I sleep. When you have that, life is fun. It is. Because you don't have to worry about stuff, right? You don't have to worry about stuff. And I don't have time to show you all that, but next thing you need to do in this economy coming up, you all have to master the power to influence and persuade. If I did an event about a week ago, and somebody got up and said, I'm not real comfortable selling people. And I said, if you don't sell them, the relationship is over. If you sell them, they should call closing opening. Because if you close them, you really open a relationship. But if you don't close them, you lost them. So how many believe in your products? How many believe in products? How many believe people should own your products? How many people believe that they win when they own your products? How many believe in yourselves? So why wouldn't you sell someone to work with you instead of somebody else? Because I feel if you don't work with me, you're going to go work with someone that's not going to help you, and you're going to spend more money and not end up getting the results you want. That's the way I look at it. And that's why I'm in the top 10 in the world for platform sales, right? So here we go. I'm going to take you real quick because I don't have a lot of time. I'm going to give you a little process. The first thing you got to do to be successful is to pre-plan and prepare. I have a little saying: any entrepreneur that wakes up without a plan is unemployed. Right? So you got to wake up with a plan. How do you do that? Write down the 10 most important things you must do the next day and time block. Time block. Right? Time block. And work on it and stay focused. Next, got to go out and talk to people. Prospect. Whatever your business is, you need to prospect. People won't buy your stuff if you're not out there talking about it. That's why I love what we're doing here. All of you should get everybody's cards or contacts in this room. You got 50 plus people that you could do business with. Why would you miss that opportunity? Right? Next, develop and build rapport. Build relationships. You got to build relationships. All right? That's what's really great. We should all build relationships. And then strategic questioning. You need to master questioning techniques. I teach 47 questioning and listening techniques. If you do that, Forbes here? You could drop Forbes in any city in the world, and by the end of the day, she'd have a deal, yes or no? Yeah. You know why? She's mastered the power to influence and persuade. And because of that, she has incredible, I'm talking about you. I said that you could be dropped in any city in the world and you would have a deal and sell something by the end of the day because you have mastered the power to influence and persuade. Yes? It's so true. And people don't realize that if you can sell, it's great. Because everybody, look, either you're buying somebody's ideas or product or service, or you're selling it. I'd rather sell it, sorry, right? Next, magnetic presentations. You need to have presentations that every word you say draws them to yes. Draws them to yes. And then, of course, what I'm a master at is closing the sale. I get hired by all these companies to close a sale. I've done events for Tony Robbins, Get Motivated, Success Resources, 10X, you name it, I do it. Why? Because I am the master at closing. I know how to move people to yes, right? So, and you got to follow up and follow through. You know, people say, how do you get referrals, Omar? Follow up, follow through, under promise, over deliver. That's how you make referrals. So, there it is. And then you need this one. Once you get busy, you need foundation, structure, and systems. See, I had 110 health clubs, right? Some of you know my story. I built the largest health clubs in the United States. When I was 31 years old, I never had to work again. I was handed a check for $110 million. At 31, I took like a year and a half off. I went and sang. I did. I won the Grammy 2 years in a row. You can look me up. 2 years in a row in Latin America. Yeah. And Entertainer of the Year and Grammy winner in Latin America. You can look up my albums. They're on Amazon. I had Italian, Spanish, and English. And I wanted to do that. So I bought a record company. Right? I'll tell you that story later. So you have to have foundation structure. Why do I say that? If you have a lot of stuff going on, when you start making sales or getting more clients, you clog up and you can't have more. So you got to have systems in place. Here we go. Oh, Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor, I train all of Bob Proctor's students. When it says, when it comes to wealth and success, Omar is a person I recommend to all my clients. Look at that. Pretty cool, huh? How about this guy, Zig Ziglar? Omar's a true success story. He only wrote 4 forewords in his life. The 4th one was for me, for my book, From Management to Leadership. John Maxwell wrote a foreword for me. Tom Hopkins wrote a foreword for me. Mark Victor Hansen wrote a foreword for me. I have all of these guys. There he is, John Maxwell. Now, I named my son Maxwell after John Maxwell, and he lives now about 35 minutes from here. Great guy. So that's what he says about me. Anyway, so the key is not to think big, right? The key is to think bigger. Bigger, right? Got to think bigger. If it comes up, there it is. Got to think bigger. The key is to think bigger. We don't think big enough. We don't think big enough. So I want you to think bigger. Now, it's important that, Albert Einstein said, if your imagination is a preview to your life's coming attractions. If you don't have a dream, I'm going to switch hands. It's closer. How can you have a dream come true? Right? I don't think we dream enough. Got to dream enough. Got to dream more and think bigger. So watch. What do you need to be successful in life? You got to trust your crazy ideas. People say, oh, you're crazy. Well, I'm going to do it. Right? And then your goals, I love this. Bob Proctor taught me this. Your goals should scare you and excite you. If you're not excited about your goals and a little scared, your goals are too low. You know, Bob Proctor would say to me, you need to live to learn above the line. You need to learn to live above the line. See, most people only use 10% of their ability. So your goal is to be above that 10%, no matter what. So you got to make your goal a whole new way of life. You want to be that man or woman that when you walk into a room, they run away from you. They go, oh, here she comes. She loves what she does. Oh, here we go. Oh, God. Oh, I got to tell you what's new. Right? You ever meet somebody like that? Right? So you want to be obsessed in what you do. I'm going fast because I know I don't have a lot of time. So you got to take your old dreams and get rid of it. Listen to me right now. Ready? Don't ever set your goals on what you've done. Set your goals on what you want. What you focus on expands. Focus on what you want and don't base your goals on what you've done. Because that's limiting beliefs. Okay? So what do you really want? You got to decide that. What do you really want? There's a big difference in getting what you get and getting what you want. See, most people are going through the day. I learned to take from the day. It's a big difference, right? Some people come to life with a teaspoon. I want you to come to the banquet of life with a forklift, right? And dig in, right? So, to create a come from life, not a get to life. A come from life is when you're having things that you got to do. A get to life is when you're doing what you want, right? Which is really important. So, it's time to create a new reality. How many of you would like to create a new reality? Say yes? Yes. All right. So, if you and I could design your life, what would it look like? Where would you go? Where would you travel? What would you do? All that, right? So look at this. A balanced life. Guess what? There's no such thing. No such thing. Here's my purpose right here, my kids. That's Maxwell and Alexandra in Laguna Beach. We have a home there. Okay? Yeah, thank you. Here's the home I was brought up in. 1 bedroom. 6 of us. Now, some of you had it worse than me, but this is my story. How many have that one sibling that goes to the bathroom for like an hour and a half? 1 bathroom. Right. We had to put a door in the bathroom so we could go. This is my home I just sold here in the Boca Raton in Seasons. Okay? I had a nice house on the water, 167 feet on the water right here in Seasons. Here's my home in Laguna Beach on the ocean, 13,000 square feet. That's where we go for the summers. That's my little hideaway. And we go there all the breaks. It's fun. I lost my wife 5 years ago to a tragic accident. I was with her since she was 19. She was 46. So, that's what I'm telling you. No one has a perfect life. No one has a perfect life. No one. I love toys. I like real estate. I like cars, And that's about it, just a little bit. So here's how I became rich. Number 1, all you should take a picture of this when I'm done with the slide. Number 1, recurring income. Do the work once, get paid again, again, and again. Memberships. When you go to my health clubs, automatic debit system. You have to fax me to quit my club. Who's got a fax? Yeah, right? So real estate, network marketing, online business, right? Have recurring business. All my businesses are recurring. That means you make money because people click or just do automatic debit every time. Auto pay, right? All of you should have subscriptions. I talked to a lot of you, you should be doing this stuff. You're losing out. And it's costing you a fortune. Next, equity, own businesses, real estate, all this good stuff. It's fun, right? There's going to be a big opportunity to buy businesses. A lot of people are wanting to not work full time. I am working right now with a lot of different companies, doctors, chiropractors, different companies, business people that are baby boomers, and they want to still work, but they don't want to run the business. So they'll sell you their business, stay on and work, so they don't have to deal with the adult daycare center. I'm serious. And I'm buying, I've got energy drinks. How many of you have ever heard of SOS Hydration? So I own part of that. I've got all kinds of different things. Companies, you do that, you got to get into this. It's fun. And there's going to be a lot of opportunities now because of the economy. Next, grow your assets over time. Once you get going, let it grow. And then I love this one. Oh, this is for my book, Get Real, Get Rich. I'm not selling it, but it's an acronym. REAL. Equity, recurring income, equity, appreciation, leverage. Profit from other people's times. So you guys are all here together. You should be profiting from other people's time, other people's contacts, other people's money, right? You should be doing all this. you should all be doing joint ventures together. I make more money in joint ventures than most people make as an income. I do a lot of JVs. I love it. They have the database, you got the products, you got the database, they got the products, you help each other out, and you make a lot of money. All right, so here's how riches come to you. Multiple streams of income. I talked to you about that before, so I'll go quick. You got to decide how many you want. I know I'm going quick, but I know that I don't want to take away from anybody else. Here's a little saying Bob Proctor taught me. Tell me what you want, and I'll show you how to get it. That's me. I'm a PPS, a professional problem solver. That's who I am. Anything you want, I can make it happen. I'm serious. That's who I am. That's who I've become. And I'm not bragging. I worked my ass off. I was telling, we just did a podcast. I didn't take a day off for the first 3 years to build those health clubs. I didn't go anywhere. Holidays, I'd go on a date. I'd fall asleep on a lady. I'd go to the movie. She goes, "What do you do?" I'm sleeping. I'm snoring. It's like, that was no fun. So, but I want to be somebody. You want to be somebody, you got to pay the price. And here's what you need: desire and a willingness to act. And most people don't have that, right? So take a look. Here's how you become successful in all areas of your life. First, you got to find an experienced mentor like myself. Someone that can get you there faster, save you time, money, avoid the quicksand and the pitfalls, right? Next, you got to decide what you want. Most people don't know what they want. Got to decide what you want. Then you got to create a premeditated plan. Premeditated has got a bad connotation, but it's a great word for success. Premeditated, looking forward to. Preconceived, right? Thought out. That's one of my books, by the way. Apply leverage. You apply leverage by having a mentor. That's how you do it. That's how you apply leverage. You got to apply leverage. Having mentors, not a mentor. More than one. If you look at anybody that's successful, Oprah Winfrey, Ellen DeGeneres, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, they had multiple coaches, right? Tom Brady, right? Multiple coaches, every area of their life. And now you execute your plan and you become financial freedom. Financial freedom is fun. Is it all that? Yeah, it is. However, it's a lot better if you're happy and you're healthy. And that's what I love about what you guys, everyone I spoke to today had something that could benefit someone. Yes or no? And that's why you give yourselves a big hand, really, for real. And you were one of them. Yeah, you were one of them. And I walked around, I went to all the different tables, and I was like, this is amazing. These people are amazing. You guys are amazing. Now, the key is, how do we take amazing and become wealthy? Because you need money to be successful, yes or no? Yeah, so you've got, and I don't think of it like that. Here's how I think of it, you guys. I think of it, if you're sharing your services and your product, if people are healthier, health is wealth. Yes? I agree, right? So here we go. Here's the difference. It's not what you know, it's what you do with what you know. Most people don't do that. So you've got to start thinking like I do. And, I'd love to offer you guys an opportunity to work with me. And I'll show you something we're going to do for you guys. Noah had me do it for you guys. First, you have to have an understanding of who you are, what you know, what you don't know, what you need to grow, I never say what you do wrong, I say what you can do better. Right? Understanding, and then you need to change. Some people say they want to change, but they don't change. They go back to their old ways. You got to change. If you don't change, you won't grow. You got to change, right? So if you're not getting the results you want, do what I do, and you will become successful. It's called cause and effect. For every cause you do, look, if you eat terrible, how are you going to feel? Terrible, right? You're not going to have any energy. If you don't exercise, how are you going to feel? Yeah, you're not going to have energy. So we're about health and spirit and success and all these wonderful things. Nutrition, right? So all this is part of this. So here we go. If you keep doing the same thing, what are you going to get? And then what is that? Yeah, insanity. So we don't want that. So here we go. So what holds you back? According to our research, there's 7 things that hold you back. Fear of failure. Some people don't start because they're afraid. So listen to me. Learn to fail forward faster. Learn to fail forward faster. It's important. Next, pain of change. I hear people go, oh, I want to be a multimillionaire just like you. And I go, no, you don't. Because by the time you get home, you're going to forget about it. It takes persistence, tenacity, know it all. You gotta be able to be coached. I said to my mentors, why me? Why did I become the most successful student you guys had? They said, you were the most coachable. That's why. Here, I'll cover the other ones real quick. So, fear of failure, pain of change, self-doubt, blaming. I was blaming everybody. My parents are poor. I sound like Ricky Ricardo. I did. Now I got a Chicago accent, right? You know, I can't see my dates in my car. My friends used to tease me. I had this old GTO. It smoked so much oil that I would leave a light and people would scream, "You're killing us," from the smoke. I'm like, give me alone. You know, they say that it didn't matter what my dates looked like because I couldn't see them in my car anyway. Right? I'm eating tuna out of cans. I don't eat tuna anymore. Justifying, blaming, complaining, lack of skills. I'm going to go quick now. How am I doing on time? Good? Good? Okay. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do, why aren't people out there becoming successful? Because first of all, you have to learn to expect rejection. Get the you out of failure. Don't take it personal. They're not saying no to you, they're saying no to your products and services. Get the you out of failure, okay? Learn to fail forward faster. I said it earlier. Next, change something. If something's not working, don't do it. Don't do it anymore. It's not working, right? If it's not working, stop it. Right? What happened? Oh, yeah, okay. All right, so here you jump 3 on me. Thank you so much. See, it got all excited. All right, invest in yourself. Everyone I know that's successful, invest in themselves. Listen to, watch motivational learning materials. Music gets your juices flowing. Right? Talk to positive people. Hang around you guys. Hang around eagles, not sparrows. Eagles soar. Sparrows like, where do you want to go? I don't know. Where do you want to go? They keep going back and forth to different trees, right? All right? Next. Manage your mental input. Stop beating yourself up. If it doesn't serve you, don't say it, don't own it, don't think it. Very important. And then, of course, be careful what you eat. It takes massive energy to be an entrepreneur, right? Jim Rohn used to have wonderful little zingers. I used to hang out with him at Murph's house. And he'd say, treat your body like a temple, not a woodshed. Yeah, treat your body like a temple, not a woodshed. And then, of course, move your body. Now that I don't own health clubs, you don't have you do yoga, you can walk, swim, but when I own the clubs, you had to join. All right, so I want to talk to you about something, and then I'm going to show you something real quick that Noah and I and Eric put together. Let's say this is your goal, this black table right here, right? And you'd say, oh, you know what, I'm going to get on board with Omar and Noah and Eric and go to the workshop that we're going to have offered for you guys and some other materials. And I'm going to start working towards my goal. And let's say this goal is to become a millionaire, right? Net million, which is not a lot of money anymore, So you start working towards that goal. Imagine a chair right here. And the chair holds you up. The chair, it's always there. The chair is your limiting beliefs. It will always be there. It's when people said to me, oh, you're Hispanic. Oh, you don't have a degree. Oh, you don't have any money. Oh, you never did well in school. Oh, I had to get rid of that chair. Here's how people that aren't successful think. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with it? What's wrong with them? Have you ever heard that conversation? You want to hear how rich people think? Here's how rich people think. Who's going to do what, when, and how much? Who's going to do what, when, and how much? That's how rich people think. So, here's Brian Tracy. Eric was talking about him. He's a good friend. Did a forward for one of my last book, The Smart Startup. He wrote the forward for it. Mark Victor Hansen wrote the forward for my 1 Minute Meeting book. He wrote, you know, Chicken Soup for the Soul is #2 to the Bible of most sales of books in the history of mankind. Isn't that crazy? Jim Rohn, loved him. He was amazing. I got to work with him. Eric, we worked with him, remember? Great guy. Anyway, they're good guys. So the first key, the foundation for success is to work harder on yourself than you do on your dreams. You know that, right? So I talked to Noah. We want to do something super crazy for you guys tonight. It's not for everybody. It's only for people that are committed to upscale, grow, or open up a business or go to the next level. So here we go. It's an accelerated system that I created. I invested $2.5 million in this system. It's an amazing system. Not because I created it, but I hired the most important people that did this business. And then I oversaw it. And I don't miss a beat. So here you go. First thing, it's called Omar's Multimillionaire System. Don't let the name scare you. Okay? It's more about success in all areas. Here's what you're going to get. So, how many believe in what you do? Yes? How many believe that people should own what you do? Yes? Did you hand me a folder? That folder right there? How many believe that people win when they do the folder right there? Yeah. Thanks. Thank you. No, don't worry. Thanks. Thanks so much. All right. Okay, so how many people believe in what you do? How many people believe that they win when they buy your products or services? Well, I believe in what I do. So I want to show you something. We've created a system for you. You're going to get the greatest gift, 2 audios. It's amazing. It's biblically bound. It's amazing. It works on the mind success connection. Next, you're going to get motivated. My #1 program. It's called 101 Ways to Stay Motivated and Get Motivated. 4 audios. You're going to get the no-fill meetings. It's on presenting, closing, selling, speaking, all those things, right? Doing podcasts, Zooms, all that. You're going to get how to have your best year ever video. It's a video. You'll get that. It's an hour of me speaking. You're going to get a Success Blueprint, my goal-setting program. It's nothing like you've ever done in your whole life. Success Blueprint. You're going to get Kickstart Your Success newsletter, Multimillionaire Zoom. You're going to be on a Zoom with me every month, right? You're going to get all that. If you and Zero to Wealth, the audio, which what I'm speaking on today, you're going to get all that. And if you were to go on my website or anyone that carries my materials, you would invest $3,873 for that, right? But because you're here, Noah and Eric and I wanted to do something really special for you. So here's what we're going to do. It's not going to be $3,873, okay? Here we go. The little clicker's a little slow there. It's not going to be $3,000. It's not going to be $2,873. We're going to have them. What you need to do is, you know where you registered? That's where you can invest in these packages. I only brought a few. They're right here. Now listen, there's different packages. The one I just showed you is the yellow. There's a green sheet. The green sheet has 2 sides. The yellow has 1 side. The green sheet has over $3,000 more, $2,779 bonuses, including a one-on-one coaching consultation with me, okay? 1 hour, okay? So you get that, you get to share with me your ideas, what you want to do, and you and I will walk through what you want to do. 1 hour with me, okay? I normally get $5,000 a session, right? So you're getting that. So you're getting like $15,000 worth of materials and an hour with me included, right? So you don't want the yellow sheet. I only brought like 5 yellow sheets. You don't want the what? No, you want the green sheet. So what we're going to do, and I'm going to give you one of these. You're going to get 1 year. You know what? I'm going to give you, because of Noah, 2 years. 2 years of access to the libraries and to all of this and my Zooms and all that. And we're also going to do a workshop for you guys in a couple weeks. All right? And it's going to include Noah, Eric, and myself. All right? So we're going to walk you through this whole thing. If you can't make that one, we're going to do another one. So you'll have multiple times to go, okay? So it's not going to be that. It's not going to be 1,000. It's not, I'm going to do something crazy, okay? So here we go. All right, today and today only, while they last, the green sheets. No, I'm going to do something crazy. All right, we were going to do it for $997. I'm going to do it for $297. Would you write that down? $297, all that training. And 1 hour with me. And the workshop. Right? $297 for anybody that wants it. You got to go back to the green sheets, okay? All right, so, but wait. The 1 hour with me, and Forbes, this is for you. There's more. But wait, there's more, right? I'm going to give you a bunch of bonuses. That's on the back of the green sheet. You're going to get all that. Guys, I want to tell you something. If you don't take advantage of that opportunity, an hour with me alone is worth the $297, but all that material and the workshop, and if you can't make the first one, you go to the second one. I want to thank you for coming tonight. I want to thank Noah. Thank you. We're going to take a break. If you want the libraries, go right now. We're taking a break right now if you want the libraries. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's go! What we doing, Noah? Woo! Listen, social media. Listen, guys, have you ever been stuck on social media before? I know you guys. It's a question that I always ask. Have anyone ever been stuck on social media? Let me see you guys raise your hand, right? You guys been stuck before? Because I've been stuck. I remember not having a worldwide digital marketing empire. I remember not having any friends or mentors and anyone I can count on. But guess what? I launched my own company. That's what it's about. Standing on business so business doesn't stand on you. And that's what I believe in. Impact. Impact on social media. How many people can you impact by using your page, your channel, your YouTube, your TikTok? Has anyone ever made a connection on social media? Who made a connection before? You made a connection? Who said? There's people that I've made millions of friends and dollars and chilled with. It's been off social media. Do you agree? Have you been on social media? You made money with people off social media? Have you chilled with somebody on social media before? Have you taken a relationship offline? And yeah, this is what it is. It's about making an impact. I build up so many people on social media that it gets massive. They get picked up by TV shows. They get picked up by different opportunities, different mentorship programs, right? They're out of here because their presence looks like something. That's the importance about social media. Targeted, audience. Who are you talking to? And if you guys agree with that, what you talking about? Where you guys at? What we doing? Who got energy in here today? What we doing? And give it up for Noah, because she is a loving spirit. Because she put together a dope event right now. Give it up for Noah. She's a loving spirit. And that's what I want to talk about too, besides from social media, because you got to have a loving spirit on social media. If you guys agree with that, let's talk about that. Let's talk about having a loving spirit on social media, right? Because you could get on social media and be negative, be a negative Nancy, not believe in that power, right? But guess what? If you get on there positive, trying to make connections, trying to uplift like I do with my mentor, Jay, then we always going to get to the next level. You always going to get to the next level. Because guess what? It's about those connections, that relationship, that loving spirit. And that's what Noah put here together. Loving spirits. And if you guys agree, let's give it up. Let's give it up. What's going on? Loving spirits. It's about being loving spirits. It's about those relationships, right? I met Noah on social media. That's what it's about. I met her on social media and our energies, boom, connect. It's about connection. The vibes, the connections will never, ever lie. I'm telling you guys, that's why I love social media, because if I meet someone, I can tell if I want to work with you or not. I can tell if you're the right person to put on with the social media. And that's what it's about, social media. And I just wanted to tell you guys, you know, if you guys want to reach me and you want to level up on any platform, it doesn't matter which platform it is. You could be on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Discord, Snapchat. I will level you up. It's a guarantee. Guarantee. And if anybody ever worked with me, they know. I put them in magazines. I put people in Forbes magazine. I've been featured in Forbes magazine, right? TEDx magazine. It's all about stepping on business. I'm telling you guys, don't let anyone tell you it's not possible, especially on social media. And if you agree with that, let me get some noise. What's up? What's up? Nobody's ever supposed to come in the way of this social media stuff or what you got going on. And that's why I love social media, and I just wanted to share that with my heart on you guys. And if you go to stackpackmedia.com, you guys will be able to see everything that I do. You could book a call with me. You can see the media that I've done for myself and other individuals in the industry. This is what it's about. Marketing, social media, having a loving spirit, putting other spirits together so we can have more and heal the world. What we doing at the World Healing Tour? We healing the world. Let me hear some noise real quick. Let me hear some noise for healing the world. What we doing? Turn it up. Turn the energy up. What we doing? Right? So the next person I want to bring to the stage, right? My brother. My brother. Definitely like a brother figure, a father figure, you know, teaching me from right from wrong when it comes to this business, right? A master at his craft, at what he does, right? And I have the, you know, the pleasure to welcome my brother Jay Nolan up here, XP Mentor CEO. And that's what we do. We help each other. We elevate. And that's what it's all about. Jay, can you come to the stage, my brother? Please come to the stage so we can rip it up. So I ain't got nothing but love for Jay. Pure, genuine love. He's about to come up here and let you guys know what it is. Give it up for Jay. Let's go, Jay. What we doing, brother?
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the what? World Healing Tour. Can y'all say that together for me real quick? Go. World Healing Tour. What's the purpose of the World Healing Tour? I was asking Noah. Her and I become extremely close over the past couple of years. And we did it at Stack Pack. How many of y'all appreciate having Stack Pack be here? Over 2 million Instagram followers follow him. If we can take the things that we know and transmit it to the new generation, is that right, Doc? Imagine the impact that has. This is what people like Stack Pack and these millennials that are moving on social media, they eat that stuff up. If we want to be a participant in the World Healing Tour, let's take the things that we have right now. And I want to introduce you to one of the most powerhouse people I've ever met and the best at pitch on planet Earth. Would y'all please give it up for my sister and legendary Forbes Riley?
And I'm going to give you a little bit of my background, but the way that I grew up, I didn't have a whole lot of friends. I was an awkward, ugly, goofy little girl who, and if you've ever known little girls, they like being pretty and cute and having cute blonde hair. See, I would have hated you in school. No, because that's what I want. I just didn't look like that. And then for 2 years of my life, I had full set of braces and I talked like this, and nobody wanted to be my friend. I couldn't understand what I was saying. Just not funny. And it was really awkwardly lonely. I'm going to look at you guys, and you don't need to raise your hand because I can feel who you are. Turns out I wasn't the only one who felt that way. I only know that now as an adult. And I spent a lot of time healing broken people, broken hearts, broken souls, because when the door closes at night, nobody realizes who we really are and how hard it can be. Being a mom, you wake up, you got these beautiful babies, everyone's loving them all day long, and you're like, man, I'm freaking tired. I don't want to have sex tonight. I just want to be left alone, right? Nobody talks about this. Nobody talks about a lot of stuff. And here's the other crazy thing that's happened to me. A lot of our motivational speakers, they're men. They are. I love my men, but I've been taught by men my whole life. I didn't even want to go to a female gynecologist. I've gone to men because I learned to respect them. And then one day I woke up and thought, wait a second, what's wrong with this? Can you be a positive, powerful woman, not whine, not yes? I mean, I'm serious, that's what it is. So as before, because Jay's got a beautiful wife and I know he's going through some stuff, I love on this man. I Unleash Me is going to rock. You all should be there. He just gave you a great discount. It's going to be that kind of event your head's going to pop off about. Motivation is like food. I don't care if you had a 5-star dinner last night, you still got to have eggs and bacon for breakfast, or not, but you got to eat. I was 31 years old when I walked into my first personal development, and I cried my eyes out for a week. Apparently, my family never talked about life. I come from 2 very closed-off parents who were first-generation immigrants. We lived, we existed, we had a small little house. We didn't talk about things that weren't going right, about beliefs that were not going to come true, about people that may have touched us, that hurt us. We just didn't talk. Best thing I ever did, this is crazy, I moved in with an alcoholic roommate in New York City, and he dragged me to an AA meeting. If you've ever been, it's kind of cool. I sat in that room and was like, hi, my name is so-and-so, and I'm an alcoholic. And then he told a story, and then she told a story, and for the first time in my life, I heard people share things that only I'd felt in the dark in my own room. And I have been on a journey for 40 years to heal all the pain that I carried and other people. And I do this a lot. For those of you who know me or don't, it's funny, I've got this really cool presentation that I'm not going to do. No, here's the thing, write this down, guys. Come Sunday night at 5 o'clock, write this down. Write down Pitch Secrets Masterclass. Every Sunday since COVID happened, I spent an inordinate amount of time teaching and coaching people. Guys, I've grossed $2.5 billion. Would you just pass this out to me? This is a way to stay in touch with me.
With pleasure.
I did that in the dark. I did that before social media. You guys don't realize that I am the one who helped create the X Games on ESPN. Yeah. I know, well, and here's the crazy thing. Thank God someone created YouTube. Because all my videos are there for the last 40 years. But you didn't really watch them. I watched these little 20-year-olds going like this on TikTok going, they got 3 million views, damn it. I did talk shows and game shows and created amazing shit and no one ever heard of me.
I got half the room.
It's okay, it's all right. But on Sunday, I will go through this whole presentation and I will share some things with you you've never heard before and inspire you to no end. Here's what I am going to tell you. I have one secret that you do not have, none of you, and I can prove it in 30 seconds. I can pitch to get anybody to say yes anytime, anywhere I want. Yes. Most of you are busy selling, or you've got a product, it's not working, and you're upset. You just don't know how to pitch, how to enroll. And I know that. So for example, let's play a game. I don't know how long we're going to be here tonight, but let's have some fun. Somebody I've never met before, which is hard in this room. Have you never taken any of my classes at all?
No.
What's your name? Stand up.
Abby.
Abby, come here for a second. Come in the light so we can see you. Would you, if I gave you 20 seconds, please pitch this coffee cup to the audience? Ready, go.
This beautiful cup will make you so happy because it holds a warm drink that's going to make you feel really great all day long.
Great. Give her a big round of applause. Do I have your permission to coach you?
Yes, please.
Because you did what everybody does, which is 100% completely, absolutely wrong.
Okay.
No, you need to, it didn't matter who I picked, you would have done it wrong. Now, here's what's crazy. You took the cup and you pitched the cup. No, got nothing to do with that. She pitched the product that none of you need or want right now, and she did what you do. She liked it, she wants you to have it. You have a product or service. You need my new product or service, and I'm going to tell you why it's so wonderful. I've got this great vitamin out there that you should. You're telling people they need it. Nobody ever needs what you've got. How about they get to want what you have? So I don't care about the cup. Ask you a question. When you have coffee in the morning, does it stay cold longer than like 20 minutes?
Yes.
Yeah, like how long does it stay cold? I mean hot. How long does it stay good?
About 15 minutes.
15, you know what? I love hot coffee. So here's the thing. There is a mineral that they've harvested from the Himalayas that keeps hot things hot for 8 hours. You put your coffee in there, 8 hours later you come back, it is piping hot. You want to know about that?
Please, tell me.
Just say yes.
Yes.
You get one yes, and then I'll show her the cup. Thank you. Give her a big round of applause.
Thank you.
So you guys are all pitching your product or your service, and you can't wait to throw up on somebody about how wonderful it is and all the things that it does and all the stats. You know, the weight loss industry, like $8 billion. Nobody cares. I have a fitness product here. You want to see how I enroll 2.2 million people to buy it? Really simple. I don't talk about it. Raise your right hand. Everybody raise your right hand. Feel the bottom of your arm. Is it nice and tight? Or it's a little wiggly jiggly? Oh gosh, you know when it gets to be summertime, you take your coat off Isn't it embarrassing, right? You want it to be tight and sexy? What if I told you I've got a product here in just 5 minutes a day? It's the craziest thing. I don't care that it looks like a yo-yo. Let me tell you something. The resistance that this thing, when you pull on it, you do 5 minutes a day sitting on your Zoom call. Who has 5 minutes? Anybody here? I love that. Yeah, not only is it arms, but abs and back and core. Yeah? Does anybody want a spin gym right now? Really? You know what? I like the guy with the long hair. He has never seen this before. Now, here's the crazy thing. I didn't tell you what it does, who I am. Guys, I'm in the National Fitness Hall of Fame. I've sold 2.5 million of these. They were created in China as a toy. I didn't tell you anything about it, and half the room wants it. That is the secret to pitching. Now, the next, and those are available, by the way. I'll put those in the back. Here's the crazy thing about that. Not as easy as it looked. It took a lifetime to perfect that. How many of my students are in the room? Raise your hand. How many people's lives have I changed? Keep your hands up. Hello. The art of pitching. The art of pitching will change your life. So I look at that guy up there. In 1964, that picture was taken. That's my dad. This month, he's gone 23 years. Anybody miss their dad? Yeah, it's the craziest thing, right? My dad was an inventor and a magician. Turns out, being awkward and ugly and goofy and the daughter of a magician, really, was the stupidest thing growing up, I gotta tell you. I'm actually making doves appear and being, cut in half. I learned all the secrets of life. Number one, begin with the end in mind. I don't pitch it until I know you're gonna want it. I don't even pretend to know you're gonna want what I'm selling. I know it. Big difference. A lot of you, I hope they buy my product. You've gotta be kidding me. 2.5 billion, or how much did you make last year? You wanna add a zero to that? Learn and practice the art of pitching. Second thing about being a magician, not the trick. Nobody cares about the trick. Tell me you know how somebody's cut in half. Come on. Everybody knows, right? I don't want to give it away for the 3 here who've never seen that before. They cut a girl in half. Her head's over here. Her feet are over there. I put her together and, oh my God, it's so magical. Think about that logically. What just happened? He lied to you. He freaking lied and you were like, I'm okay with this. And no, he doesn't work for the government, but he did lie. Bad joke. But here's the point of that. It was the story you told. It was the magic that you created. So when I'm going to pitch something, there's a magic and an elegance to what I'm offering you guys. And a reverence with which I hold my product. Most of you look, I got shit, you want to buy it? Baloney. I'm going to create a world where you want it so bad, you drool before I even show it to you. I learned that from magic. It's the story, it's the pattern, it's the way that you do it. Turns out my dad, you gave me the best gifts ever. Who knew? He was a crazy inventor. The funny thing about my dad, and again, if I unpack this for real, and hopefully my one-woman show I will, deal with this. I grew up in my medicine cabinet. What did she just say? Yeah, in this tiny little house, just like Omar showed, we had one bathroom that butted up against the attic. He put a 3-foot deep by 3-foot high Lazy Susan. In the center of it was hollow. You could literally crawl up over the sink, get in there, and when you have a very small house, to get away from people, close the door with a little flashlight. The girl just said she was reading a book in her medicine cabinet. How weird do you think my friends thought I was? Yeah, I was like Harry Potter, the wacko kid. Again, so my dad's garage looked a little something like this. Thank you, you can relate to that, right? Half ideas over here. He would sit at the dinner table and take apart clocks and watches. Strange man. I'd loved him to pieces. One day he turns to me and said, hey kiddo, how do I get my ideas out to the world? I said, Dad, I've got no idea. I'm 8 years old. For the rest of my life, I have been taking inventors and crazy people and putting them on home shopping and infomercials, 195 infomercials, and turning them into millionaires. Who knew? It's all because of him. The problem is half of those ideas were never anything. And when he died on January 9th, just as the year turned 2000, all of his ideas died with him, all of them. Nobody cared anymore. The book that you want to write, the course you think you want to do, whatever it is that you want to do, if you don't do it, we don't care. We don't care. We don't care that you had so many ideas you couldn't get them done. We don't care that you couldn't think. We just don't. You're over, you're dead. That should break your heart. And I will tell you, one of the things that I am doing while I've got this much energy, I created an environment where you can work with me. I'm not even going to go into the whole pitching thing right now. I just want to get to something that's magical. I don't know if there's any millionaires in the room. You don't have to say yes or no. You should be all saying yes, because million is not a lot of money. You know what? Anybody want the secret to $1 million? Can I just give it to you? It's really simple. Anybody come over here? Anybody? Well, not with that freaking attitude. You're not getting it. I'm sorry. It's a give and take over here. Here is the secret. You want $1 million, and you're okay asking for $1. Go get 1 million people and ask for $1. Done. Not as odd as you think. Oh wait, you don't want to just, do you want to do that? How about 100,000 people asking for $10? Turns out it's a math equation that most of you are afraid to do in the first place. So see that? I did that in 24 hours. I'm a girl who didn't grow up with much of anything, but you know what? I took my goofy idea that nobody wanted, and I was embarrassed. People made fun of me on a TV series on Discovery called Pitch Men. I developed a weird little thick skin because, like Omar said, I figured out what I want. I play a game about what do I want. Do you know what you want? Do you all know what you want? I'm not going to ask right now because some of you are going to say stupid shit like this. I want to save the world. I want to help 1,000,003 people. Oh, that I know I could read your mind. But you say stupid shit. And you say it to yourself. If you said it for real and it mattered and you could figure it out, you could get what you wanted. You don't walk on a magic trick on the stage unless you know how it's going to end. $1 million in a day, you know what you do? I had unbelievable faith in this thing. This little magical crazy spin gym changed my entire body. I have a waist and hips because of a spin gym. I fell in love with this thing. My assistant, Mary Colazzo, lost 108 pounds with that thing. So I go on home shopping. You guys see that number over there, 55,344? That's in a 24-hour period on home shopping. All because I learned how to craft a pitch. You give me any product that you've got in a short amount of time and I'll change your entire life. We have a new program called 1 Minute to Millions. We just finished it. Yeah, life-changing. You now know things other people don't know. That's what I teach and coach. I love this. I do. Now, I pray you all enjoy this. One day, somebody sends you a check. I opened up the envelope. $1.2 million for a day's work of selling spin gyms on home. This is the most important thing, and you know that's true. Did you do this all on your own?
No.
No. I didn't. All the people that you love, all the sports figures you follow, they all have one thing in common. Every successful person does, you know what it is?
What's
It's
that?
a coach. It's somebody not you, looking at you and saying, I'm going to move you along because I can see the whole picture for you. So if you're venturing into the business world, I would highly advise you, whether it's me, my organization, or someone else, to grab a coach, to get somebody going, hey, you're not that I'm better or you're better, but we're further down the road. Why would you want to make the same mistakes? What if somebody could save you years, make you money, love on you occasionally, and push you so you experience your greatness? I'm thinking Forbes Riley. I don't know, why am I thinking?
Forbes Riley, you are a beacon of good. You are a force to be reckoned with. Everyone that you meet and everyone that you connect with, it's for change. I remember when I first met you, I mean, you have this power. I'm going to call it, the power of Xena, the warrior princess. And I love your ferociousness when it comes to changing people's habits, breaking their paradigms. You did it with me, and I can't wait for you to see you on stage. I know that you're going to break the stage. Forbes Riley, Gary Stephen Aries, the